So I'm back working on Fords again, and today I went and picked up the cylinder heads from Pro Performance. I'll give you guys a better look at it in a minute. They basically did everything from springs to compensate for the lift for the cam, and keepers on the exhaust ports and things of that nature, just to make sure that it was gonna run right. I got them surfaced and everything, and they look pretty good. I like their work. As you see, keepers replaced on the exhaust to make them level. I guess they weren't level. They also had to, I think they did some resets so the springs would go down. Some other stuff that I don't really follow too often. I don't know how to do, so that's why I sent it to a machine shop, got them surfaced. This thing's clean. Is that a roach? Looks like a roach. It's not a roach though. So yeah, cylinder heads I'm going with a nice set of GT40Ps. I'm kind of going with like a junkyard style, but a little bit tweaked. I ended up assembling the block partly. I ended up getting the pistons in, pistons, rods, crank, all the bearings, all the rings. We ended up getting the wrong rings, so I had to wait in order to get the right rings, and they overnighted those, and now it's pretty much together. And since it's 30 over, we went with a 30 over piston. I had to clean these up, used a little bit of Pam cooking spray to clean these up. These came from a block I had previously. One of those Facebook market things where I ended up picking up a set of pistons that was in another 306, and then that gave me the idea for this motor, because I'm like, okay, well, that was a 306. I'm like, and I looked at there, all the bearings in that motor was shot, so I'm like, okay, let's do it right. Send it to the machine shop and do all of that, and it came out pretty cool. It's really dark in here, so you can't see that. I'm looking at making more power than what I was making before. I know the displacement at 306, just being bored out, is just not gonna make a lot of power on its own. So I went with the GT40s instead of the E7s on this motor. I ran the E7, so now I'm looking at seeing what the GT40s to do. Seen a lot of junkyard savers guys doing that, so I'm like, okay, let's see how that works out. Haven't decided on the intake, but that's another thing I'm thinking about changing. But yeah, other than that, man, it's almost pretty much ready to go. Got to get a timing chain, some other little bits, and I think it'll be ready to go. So stay tuned. There'll be more stuff going on with the drag car.